Ladies and gentlemen, happy Friday and welcome back to another SLG Meetup. Today we'll be talking about the interesting world of art, and by that we're going to have Laura Young, the gallery director at the Future Perfect. And I like to see that the Future Perfect is considered one of the foremost contemporary design galleries with locations in New York, Los Angeles, and I gotta say that the ones in San Francisco all over is super unique, and that's why we're gonna have Laura to tell us all about it and the interesting world that it brings. Laura, what's happening?
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me okay? Can you see me?
See you perfectly and hear
Okay,
you even better. How are you?
beautiful. Thank you. I'm doing wonderful. I'm a little exhausted. We opened our exhibition last night, but doing great.
How
And
was it?
you?
Was
Oh,
it a success?
it was definitely a success. You know, with COVID times, everything's a little bit weird, and I wasn't really sure what to expect because we haven't formally opened an exhibition for a year and a half. So I felt a little out of practice, but in general, it was very successful. We've had a lot of amazing people coming in through the house, collectors, interior designers, and just incredible clients as well.
And we can definitely see it behind you. That's from Eric, right? There it
Yeah, so
is.
this is the
Beautiful.
the exhibition from Eric Roinstead.
First of all, thank you, because I know what it takes to put something like that together. I mean, not that I've done it, but I can say from your particular conversation with me earlier before that it's a lot of work. So I appreciate you taking the time to be in here today. And tell us a little bit about it, because you obviously are the gallery director, the person that is behind all the magic. Tell us what's going on with the Future Perfect.
Well, I mean, to speak specifically about this exhibition was supposed to open in May of 2020. And of course, because of COVID, we decided to push it off and to open the show in person. So of course, this was the first thing we wanted to do. But of
Yes.
course, it's a lot of reorganizing, a lot of pushing things. And then of course, the artist had 2 more years. So the work, it's 4 times the amount of work that the exhibition was initially meant to be. The pedestals and everything were probably our biggest hiccup. We had a lot of trouble
Okay.
getting plywood. Logistics is kind of a nightmare right now in the world. So those are probably our biggest challenges within this exhibition. But you know, the work is easy. The work is beautiful. It sits in front of you and you're just in awe of it. So that was a really easy thing for us to open up in place. In terms of how we do everything, you know, the gallery, we work with an incredible roster of artists. We're always looking for new talent.
I wanted to just basically showcase, Laura, is the magic that is behind this gallery, because you have
Oh,
different locations in the country. You are located in Beverly Hills, also in San Francisco, and in New York. And obviously, this last year has been a little bit complicated when it comes to showcasing this type of, galleries with people not able to go.
yeah.
But you've done a
Well,
pretty decent job, and I guess I'm very surprised with the amount of engagement that you guys have on social media. So you were able to bring all of that magic to our social media platforms.
Well, that's a really funny thing to actually speak to. I mean, obviously, like, I don't do it alone. We have one of the most incredible teams of people on the entire planet. And I think that we always worked really well together. But the team that works with the Future Perfect and David Alhadeff, the founder of the gallery, um, we all sunk up in a new way when it came to quarantine because we all started working together remotely. And it used to be that we would travel all the time. And we just didn't have to do that anymore because we're always on the same page. We're always
Right.
communicating properly. We really sunk in a way that I think has just really worked for us. So
I find
it's
that
really,
so
really
fascinating.
amazing.
And it's
Yeah.
a very beautiful way of showcasing all the work, because you obviously have established great relationship with some of the most incredible artists, designers, craftsmanship, and I believe that all that talent needs to be showcased, right, in some way or the other. And right now, it's all about adapting ourselves to what we're facing And social media has obviously opened us the doors to keep exposing everything in a very unique way, but also
Yeah.
bringing this into the homes. I
Yeah.
believe that's something very magical that you guys have been doing also very well.
Well, I think that the reality is that the final placement of the work that we sell is the home, no matter which way you skin the cat. If it's art, if it's design, if it's furniture, if it's collectible, it's always going to land in someone's home.
Of course, and I like the concept that you guys use, the casa perfect. So it's house in
Yes, Casa
Spanish.
Perfecto, of course.
Casa perfecto. Come on,
Sí.
vamos. Sí, sí, sí. But I love the concept because look, it all comes down what you were saying, to your casa, to your home, right?
Of
You're
course,
gonna bring
yes.
the art, you're gonna bring all this into your house. This is what's gonna represent you, your brand, your feelings, right? So
Yeah.
I feel like it's important to start making that connection from the very beginning because galleries are great to see the product, to experience what the artist is trying to put out there, but also is something completely different, which is also very unique to have it already in your house and see it in the house directly.
Absolutely. And it also allows us to really cater to our clientele in a really special way. We're really inviting you into our home. Like this space is probably one of the most, especially the New York house. Of course, the LA house is extremely attached to David Alhadeff. But this house really feels like my home. And whenever someone is
Yeah.
coming into it, I really feel like I'm inviting them over.
The same way that you've been building these relationships with these artists and great designers to build the relationship with your clientele, with customers, at the end of the day is what really will lead to farther growth. One thing I wanted to talk to you, Laura, is about what you mentioned about the houses, how important it is to keep that connection, right, between the
Yeah.
art and the homes. Have you been doing any collaborations with any property owners or any real estate companies to bring the art to the houses?
We have historically done some model units throughout the US, and it's always been a really exciting and wonderful thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, I do feel like it's always any partnership is the best. It brings
Right.
another cook in the kitchen, and it really just creates like it, it's it's nice to have someone else's vision lead you in a new direction. I mean, Los Angeles has some of the best architecture in my opinion because it's it's beautiful. We've done multiple mid-century homes. In general, we always kind of look at the architecture first, but also we want to move from different types of architecture because it really allows us to alter our vision. As I said, like it's beautiful for everything to just keep inspiring us, and we're very inspired by the spaces that we enter. And like obviously, like we have this incredible opportunity to also flip these houses from top to bottom every 6 months, if that makes sense. Because if you look at
Absolutely.
it, like honestly, on a 6 week rotation, I'm changing something in the house, and it's so fun. And I can literally be like, this week I'm going to do everything super sleek and super Italian. And then the following week I'm going to go for a more rustic vibe and bring in Pete Heineck from Eindhoven and just do like
Mm-hmm.
all reclaimed woods. And it's awesome. I get to live every single fantasy for
That's the
the
best.
same room,
Is the best. You
like,
have the great job. Come on, Laura. It's
oh, I
amazing.
have a
But
freaking dream job, of course.
I'll tell you that what we were talking about collaborations, how important are those? Because we all are looking into the lifestyle as a whole, right? Those that are art lovers, they also have some kind of similar lifestyle when it comes to the houses that they live in, also the type of, life they have. So collaborating with the brands or the companies that fall into that lifestyle, it's a key element. That's why I think that also working with different architects, developers, real estate brokers, all these different elements is key.
Bring it on. I mean, you're saying it to me. Bring me some
What's happening with
properties. Like,
Miami,
I'm
Laura?
ready.
Laura, what's
Oh,
happening with
Miami.
Miami? I
Well,
see New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles. Where is Miami?
I mean, we've been in a bit of a pandemic, but all I'm saying is if you have a space for me, I'm there tomorrow. Like,
Let's do
we
it. Come
love
on.
Miami. Yeah, of course. I mean, we go to Miami every year for Design Miami. It's always the most like enriching, incredible experience. Like showing in Miami has done so much for us, for our brand, for our artists. You know, it's a dreamscape down there, a
Hmm.
wonderland, so much fun. And, you know, there's kind of nothing like the architecture in Miami, new, old, whatever. It's the sleekest, the chicest, and we'd love to be there.
That's right. Let's do it. So, Laura, tell me what's happening with the upcoming projects. What's future Perfect's vision?
Well, I mean, I think that in so many capacities, we're doing a lot of things. We're working on our own in-house brand, but we're also really working to amplify our artists, bringing them into new contexts. We have an incredible exhibition from Chris Woolston opening in Los Angeles in October. Chris is kind of, I mean, he's one of my most covetous in the collection, but he's also probably one of the most fun. He's super Miami. All of his work is made in Medellin, Colombia, where
Oh,
he
wow.
has worked to do his Fulbright, and it's super colorful. It's very tropical. It's anodized aluminum rattan, waving armchairs, super, super fun. And he's going to have a whole new set of outdoor lounge chairs, which we're super, super excited about.
Wow, that's very exciting, and we can't
It's
wait
very
to
exciting.
see. We can't wait to see what's going on in there. By the way, everybody that is tuning in today or are going to be watching this later, please make sure to follow the future. The I want to make sure that they'll follow
Future
you, the
perfect.
company. Yeah, it's just that, the Future Perfects, right? That's
Yeah.
the Instagram
Yes.
account. So please make sure
At
everybody
the
follows that
future
account.
perfect.
Yeah, make sure to follow
Yes.
them. It's amazing what you're doing. And by the way, that's what I was saying at the beginning of the conversation. Creating that engagement through different platforms and different channels, it's one of the most important things nowadays. And you've been doing a tremendous job with your team, obviously. But I encourage to continue doing that because it's very refreshing to see this type of art, on
Thank you
your
so
feed.
much.
Mhm.
Yes, that means a lot. Thank you.
Of course. And as we said, we have Miami waiting for you, whatever we can do as well.
I can't wait.
Now, there is one thing that I need to ask you because this is what we do every time that we have a new guest on our SLG meetups, and it's about luxury. What the
Yes.
really does luxury mean to you?
Opulence everywhere. I think that for me, luxury is high quality materials, exquisite execution, perfection, things that when you touch them make you feel good. That's luxury.
Ah,
But in addition, I mean, luxury is love. Luxury is looking at something and having it make you feel good.
wow.
Yeah.
Very great answer. Really like that one. I'm gonna grab that piece of answer and have it everywhere because you really put it on point.
Thank
So,
you.
Laura, you are a very special individual that
Oh,
understands
you're
art,
special.
and no, 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 but I really enjoy our conversation, and I'm sure that everybody that is tuning into this conversation and is also checking what you guys are doing at the art gallery is gonna really understand why I'm saying this because it's not easy to transmit what the artists or top designers are trying to put together, and you guys are doing it in a very concise and great way. So keep up the great work. And
Thank
before
you.
we wrap this conversation up, I wanted to ask you if there is anything else that you would like to share that we have not
No,
touched
I
base.
mean, I just, you know, I did want everyone to see this exhibition. If you'd like to come see the exhibition in New York, please go to our website and you can book an appointment to come into any of our casas anytime. We would just love to see you. So
There
please
we
come
go.
over. We'd love to cook you dinner.
By the way, save me some of those vegan tacos and the salad. I'll be going there.
Okay, beautiful. Well, thank you so much for taking time to visit us today, and I hope to see you again soon.
Absolutely, Laura. Thanks again for your time and looking forward to seeing you soon, okay?
Bye.